All right, so here we are. My name's Rob. You probably know me from one of my websites. And I want to talk to you about Inside the Mind of a Man. And what I want to talk about is the two things that you need to know about any guy before you start dating him, before you even start thinking about getting involved, that isn't talked about in Inside the Mind of a Man. But the DVD program does tell you everything you need to know about how to get the answers to these questions, because you can't always just pop out and blurt them out and say, blah, 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 because you're going to challenge the guy. You're going to throw him for a loop. You're going to be probably more direct than most guys are prepared for, which is good, because if he can't stand up to you right at the beginning and talk with you honestly and give you the proper answers, then you don't need to waste your time with them. You can move on really quickly, right? And that's the key to Inside the Mind of a Man, is understanding what lies underneath the words that he's using and what lies underneath the actions that he's doing. And it's very important for you to be able to build a relationship based on these elements of personality and character, because if you don't understand that, you're grabbing in the dark. You can't put it all together. Inside the Mind of a Man allows you to bring it all together. It gives you that base, that foundation to deal with. Now, the two things you need to know about any guy is, number one, are you single? Straightforward, right? But you probably don't think about asking that question. It's a confrontational question. It's a challenge question. But it's an honest and direct question that's either going to, invite the guy to talk. Yeah, hey, I'm available. Are you? Or you shouldn't be asking me that question, and he's going to take off. And, the guy that responds, hey, great, you have now a dialogue. The guy that doesn't respond, you don't need to waste your time with that, because it's a mama's boy. It's a guy that's a wussy. It's a guy that can't even deal with his own stuff. He's got issues that don't allow a proper answer to that question. So that's the first thing. Are you single? The second question builds on the first and also pushes the boundary a little bit more. Why are you single? So you find out that he is single. Why? And this takes a whole different approach from the norm, and it also goes into, why were you dumped? Why are you still single? Why aren't you a good catch? These are all foundational questions that deserve answers, and if you're not prepared in a way to get this information out, again, you're reaching in the dark. You don't know what the answers are, because you don't know the questions to ask, and you don't know how to ask them. Inside the Mind of a Man is going to give you this basis. Now, I've gone through the program that Christian Carter has written and produced, and it's opened up my eyes to how people perceive me, how people might understand what I'm doing or not understand what I'm doing. And it makes a big character change, when you can get that type of understanding of yourself, and when you can get that type of understanding of someone else. So Inside the Mind of a Man, it's free to preview this and read more articles, testimonials, see some videos. InsideTheMindOfAMan.org is where you're going to find this video and many more others, and where I'm going to continue exploring Inside the Mind of a Man, the DVD program, so that I can give you the information you need to decide whether this is good or not for you. Because we can't do everything in a 4.5-minute video, even if we'd like to. We can't do everything in an hour-long video, even if we'd like to. There's too much dialogue that needs to go. There's too much understanding and knowledge that needs to be shared and discussed, so that you can get a proper viewpoint of what it's all about. So I'm wishing the best for you. Continue on this journey. It's going to lead to a very positive place. I'm sure of it. All right, I'm Rob, and we'll talk to you later.